Jay Walker, ladies and gentlemen, that's him. I'm Scott Prather. It's another edition of Fast Five. Jay is back after being at the Sun Belt Conference tournament last week, and he came back. He didn't have the trophy, but the team did. Good week away.
It was a good week away, and now that means another week away. Beginning tomorrow.
Let's do it.
Right.
Question number 1.
The job coach Tony Robichaux and his staff have done this season for Ragin Cajun Baseball is blank.
Robe's finest hour, and I've been saying it. When you lose as much as this team lost, with all of the innings pitched and all of the offense, and then you lose 2/3 of your coaching staff, and you have a starting pitcher who's out for a month, and you're another starter who's out for a month with the hook of the hamate, and another starter who can't play defense for the first month and a half of the season, and you've got a freshman pitching staff, and you still are in an NCAA regional? I don't think there's any question. It's probably this coaching staff's best coaching job in 21 years.
A+.
Question number 2.
Stephen Trosclair's grand slam in the 12th inning of Sunday's Sun Belt Conference Championship game was blank.
This might not be a word. Swaggerlicious? I mean, the kid's got swagger. Coach Robichaux said, hey, he brought a confidence and arrogance with him when he came back into the infield, and he meant that in a complimentary way. This kid's confidence, this kid's swagger, so big for the team this year. It was so fitting that of all the players, it was the kid with so much swagger who knocked out that grand slam call that made Jay say, it's a slammy, it's a grand slam. And what did Schneider say?
Oh my word!
Oh my word, Jay!
Which is
That's what my grandmother said.
Exactly. Well, I said it was a granny. Didn't I say it was a granny?
You did.
All right. A perfect ending to a crazy tournament. When you see how the Cajuns lost that first game and then to come back through and then have that kind of drama, it was just the perfect ending.
Oh my word, Jay!
Question number 3.
Daniel Cormier's winning of the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship and subsequent call-out of John Jones was blank.
I thought it was pretty cool. Look, fighters always call each other out. I mean, that shouldn't be a great big surprise, but that and the fact that he won, I'm all about it.
John Jones, get your together, I'm waiting for you.
The whole night was awesome. He came on the show last week and said, I'm going to choke him out. I'm going to make him uncomfortable. It's exactly what he did. Took his best shot and then gave a shot to John Jones afterwards. Going to be a little while before John gets his stuff together, but believe me, in that sport, in that arena, he did exactly what he's supposed to do. He won, and he got people amped for future fights.
Question number 4.
What 3 words would you give LeBron James' postseason performance up to this point?
His best yet. The job that LeBron has done this postseason in Cleveland with a hurt Kyrie Irving, with no Kevin Love, with largely a cast of players that hadn't been into the postseason much, at least the ones that are big contributors on this team. Yeah, I get that the Eastern Conference is down. It's not what the Western Conference is, but the guy's cramping, the guy's exhausted. His maturity, his play, so far it's been his best postseason yet. Whether they win the title or not, he's been incredible all across the board, not just in his game, but also in his leadership.
Best player ever? Look, I don't know if he's the best player ever, but I do know this. I've never seen a player put a team on his back and carry him through. Michael Jordan always had Pippen. All of the great players have always had somebody else. Right now, LeBron's got LeBron, and he's getting it done, and he is going to get his team to play for the NBA championship. Nobody gave him a chance to do that when they found out Kevin Love was hurt.
And yet people still hate on him. Where's the love, Jay? Why do people
Kevin
hate on
Love,
him?
he's on the disabled list. He can't
that's
play.
right. That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Question number 5.
For Scott, the New York Mets' decision to go with a 6-man pitching rotation through mid-August is blank.
Curious? I guess. If you got 6 guys and they're all about the same, I guess that's fine. But to me, it means they're going to have to carry one extra pitcher. We'll see how it works out, but I just think it's a curious decision.
A cool experiment. Really, I think the rest of the league is going to be watching, and if it works really well, you're going to see some copycats. If they fall flat on their face, we are talking about the Mets, everybody's going to laugh about it. But you notice nobody right now is saying, what the hell are they doing, or this is brilliant. Everybody's kind of saying, all right, we're going to take a wait and see approach. I applaud them for trying something different and new. You might as well do it when you're the Mets. Go Mets.
I got to tell you, when I was younger, okay, considerably younger.
1950s?
Yeah, pretty much. They had a 4-man rotation, and then when it came time to down the stretch fighting for a pennant, they would shrink the rotation to 3. The Mets are expanding to 6. This is just crazy.
We may never see a 300-game winner again. The league's changing. That's going to do it for this edition of Fast 5. Remember, you can hit subscribe, see Fast 5 every week on our YouTube page. If you're not watching this week's episode on YouTube and you're just watching on Facebook, you're missing out on a ton of other great YouTube videos on the ESPN 1420 page, from sketches to player interviews, coaches interviews, interviews with Daniel Cormier, other Fast 5 episodes all up there. On that note, the opinionated, diverse Birdman, ODB, leaves us with some words of wisdom.
Callaway's daddy. See you next week.
See you next week. Oh, I just sent you a picture.